At what type of garden centre can you buy a train ticket, meet the in-house cat, buy a robot, plus be welcomed and told to go away at the same time? Let's find out. My name's Ewan, I'm the garden centre guy. I travel across the UK visiting the biggest, best and most unique garden centres, and I invite you to come on a walk around them with me. In the last episode I mentioned that I was waiting for approval from a garden centre and their chain to film here. And we've had approval, cheers Billy, and today I'm going to introduce you to Pulborough Garden Centre in West Sussex, which has one of the most, if not the most unique feature at any garden centre in the UK. I cannot wait to show it to you. We're fairly local, we come here all the time as a family, just the three of us. And it's always for the same reason. On top of that, it's a great garden centre anyway, part of the British Garden Centres chain, of which there's 80 in the UK. But being biased, this is our favourite. So I'm going to show you around today. Hopefully you'll love it too and visit in the future. Welcome to Pulborough Garden Centre. Once we're parked, as with many garden centres now, you can get your car washed if you want to. Fairly busy considering it was pretty early on a Friday. But before we even get into the garden centre, they have a tiger shed display centre here at Pulborough. Everything you could wish for in a wooden garden shed, from your offices to your standard corner ones and everything in between. But by far, my favourite, this, I don't want to call it a Wendy house, it is a mini house. Check this out for a shed. Right, let's get down to business. Now, in a unique sense, you actually enter the garden centre from the outside rather than the modern going through the building first of all. You are dealt a burst of colour and you go through this flow left and right, a fairly new layout for Pulborough. But also, you get the first hint here that something is not as it seems or not as you would expect. Where else do you see train tracks at a garden centre? We're going to come on to this really shortly. It doesn't take long to find our first clearance sign here, and there are so many around the centre that we'll find. But here, of course, in the plant section, and I'm not sure whether this is due to the really hot weather recently causing a few more plants to start wilting, but we can rescue them if we wish, whether it's the small plants, a couple of trees up for sale as well, and even on a few of the ornaments if that's your type of thing as well. Another stunning summer's day in Sussex, so seeing the plants in all their glory. Lovely instructional pieces hanging around the centre as well. But let's just dive into this. Pulborough has its own private light railway. It is like stepping back in time. I'm going to say to the 1920s. Everywhere you look around here, they have done it so well, all of the finer details, and I'm going to show you what it looks like to be on one of the trains in just a second. Now, I always try and film for the garden centre's convenience at their quietest time. So I've come this morning, Friday, 9 a.m, and the trains don't run on a Friday. But I've been clever. I've got some footage of a previous family trip. They're going to drop in right now. As I mentioned, it is like going back in time. You get your little train ticket from the little booth, and the train arrives, steam pouring out of it, all the noises, all the smells that you want to hear and see at a little train station. They even let dogs on board as well. Tickets are £3.50 for adults, £2.50 for children at time of recording, and the journey lasts around about 7 or 8 minutes. It does go through a really cool tunnel section, but I pressed record at the wrong time. I did get a dog fist bump though. All of the staff are really welcoming. Once the journey's over, you can get right up close to the engine. It's just a wonderful experience.
That isn't that Johnson's favourite on
There is, I don't think, anywhere in the UK that has a garden centre with its own train station. And It's incredible. They've got about 5 or 6 different engines at different times throughout the year. They'll have special shows where guest engines come in to take part on the rails, part of the South Downs Light Railway. Every time we come here, my little boy absolutely loves it, and we do too. Not sure why my voice went so high in that point, but let's forget it and move on back out into the garden centre. Huge amount of pots and no surprises, sales on again. And showing my age now, I was way too impressed by the aesthetic of this beautiful arc of gravel bags.
Walking the wild, walking the wild. I don't know why.
Considering Pulborough isn't the biggest garden centre in the world, they do have a fantastic range of outdoor plants in this new undercovered section that's come in recently as well. I don't know how many of these they sell each to their own, but these did freak me out a little bit. Before we go indoors, if you're in the market for a swimming pool or a hot tub, Pulborough's got you covered. They've got a dedicated area for that too. This one looks more like a spaceship, but my favourite, you can get a robot to clean your swimming pool. I'll be perfectly honest, I didn't know this little indoor area was here, so I thought I'd grab a shot of it. Some ice baths, some indoor saunas as well, so if you need that type of thing, check them out. Okay, we are going inside, and a bit like the outside, it's not the biggest garden centre in the world, but Pulborough do pack quite a lot into a fairly small area. Not gonna lie, I was freaked out by this dog thing, but behind it is the barbecue range, and that is what I am here for. Really good sort of gifty area, whether it's for you or somebody else. I particularly like these little terracotta pot houses, and as ever, plenty of sales on as well. Not sure what it is, I just love a good seed display. I think it's the colours and the order of things. They've got seeds for kids, which is absolutely brilliant. I do not trust that that is a cucumber, I'm just not having it. And it's the first time I've seen a pepper meter. How hot is my pepper? As you can see, all of your garden essentials are covered, including some really good brand names and some really long socks for some reason. You can even pattern match your gloves and garden bag. What is a garden centre without a clothing section? And 70% off. Incredible deals.
Walking the wild, walking the wild. Don't know why.
Okay, let's check out the restaurant. First thing you'll see is the dog area, a dog-friendly seating area. I love this because we take our dog to quite a lot of garden centres. They've also got a soft play area. Can't show you in there, of course, because kids, but a fair size menu, a fair size cafe. Very quiet the day I went again. It was early in the morning. A dog menu. They love dogs here, don't they? They also do an absolutely incredible cheese scone, maybe the best I've had at any garden centre yet.
I don't mind pretending we don't see these signs.
If you're looking after kids, it's always great to have a toy section. Pulborough's got that too for most ages of youngsters, and some nice garden themed gift toys as well.
Try to unplug it, turn it back on.
Heading towards the end now, but we're far from done because Pulborough has its own Pets Corner pet shop. This is a full-on pet shop with toys and bugs and signs and everything in between, and some really good looking dog treats. I mean, I'd probably eat those.
Radio play in the cesspool stream.
Last little bit of indoor plants now. I am a big fan of cactuses, and Pulborough has a really good selection. But check this out, star of the show, Lily the cat. She is always around about somewhere in the centre. You do have to go and find her. I had to ask a member of staff where she was today, and she was sleeping very peacefully, so I left her alone. And finally, little food court at the end, but don't go anywhere. Scoring for Pulborough Garden Centre coming up in just a moment. At the start of this video, my plan was really just to show you the train station, which is, again, just brilliant. But I forgot, walking around, it's very easy to miss all the other great things when you're focusing on just one. Lily the cat, what a highlight. How many offers that garden centre has, how good the cheese scones were, how friendly the staff were, every single one of them. Naturally, they're quite interested when you're round filming. They say, oh, what are you up to? Most of them knew because I've been planning this for a couple of weeks. But let's get into some scoring and see where Pulborough Garden Centre ranks on our, at the moment, very small table. Welcome and parking, solid southern. Car park looks small to begin with, but plenty of space around the back and a nice, clean, tidy entrance. Customer service, 9 out of 10. I don't film people, so here's some B-roll, but everyone was super friendly. Plant selection, 7 out of 10. Not a massive garden centre, but they do pack a lot in. Cafe and cake, 7 out of 10. Adult menu, kids menu, dog menu, everything you need. Indoor living, 6 out of 10. Really nice gift section, just limited by space, that's all. Outdoor living, 8 out of 10. Barbecues, sheds and hot tubs. Pulborough do pack a punch here. Layout, 7 out of 10. They have improved this recently with the new entrance layout and a couple of new undercover sections as well. Family visit friendly, 10 out of 10. Toy section, soft play and their own train station. I mean, come on. Value for money, 9 out of 10. Everywhere you look, there are clearances and offers. And finally, atmosphere, 8 out of 10. On a quiet day, of course, even better, but we are in the countryside. It's a beautiful garden centre just to have a little walk around. Time to chuck in some bonus points. First one for the best cheese scone in the country, in my opinion. One for having your own private garden centre cat. One for this guy, always smiling and happy. And one for the social media team at Pulborough. They do not get enough credit. Final score for Pulborough, 82 out of 100. A pretty good total. We'll see you next time. Let me know where I should visit next on the Garden Centre Guy. See you soon.